Find a comfortable seat. And notice if you are having shoulder tension already, if it's causing you to go forward or go back in space, and just allow yourself to close your eyes and check in. And first line up the spine. So bring the shoulders back in line with the hips and the ears in line with the shoulders. And maybe just pull the elbows back slightly to open the chest, and just notice if that in itself is kind of activating a stretch through the shoulder girdle, upper traps. And then from here, with your eyes closed, you can just drop your head forward. And start to breathe deeply into that spot. You can start to blink your eyes open, or you can keep them closed. Most of these postures are going to be, you don't need a lot of visuals for, they explain themselves. Then from here, let your right ear roll towards the right shoulder. And explore that whole path on the way. And then you can start to maybe just hold it here, or you can take your right hand above the right ear and gently start to open it up that way. Again, paying attention to just where exactly this is showing up in the body. And then you can take your left arm out, maybe reaching it back and forward. Kind of playing with the angle to see where it resonates the most. And if there's like a little bit of discomfort, maybe it's just a matter of holding it in that spot a little longer. And then from here, take your hand, find the bridge of where your head and your neck meet. You can relax this arm, and then let the chin drop forward. So I'm almost holding onto the back of my skull like a bowling ball, and then pulling it forward like that. It's a different stretch for the neck. And again, as you get used to these postures for yourself, you may choose to hold them for longer or for shorter. Some might resonate more, right? And again, you can play with this idea of moving the arm. Oh, that's a good one. I just brought it down, and that felt really nice. And then as you're ready, releasing your left arm, bringing it back up through center. Taking a moment here, close your eyes and just notice. It's kind of amazing, just that extra 10 seconds or so holding those postures, what they do, right? And then drop your chin forward again. And I can already feel the difference between my left and my right side. It's pretty noticeable. It's very interesting. And then go ahead and slowly rolling it over until the ear is directly in line with the shoulder. And there may have been a spot on the way, right, where it was a little bit more tender, or maybe this is the tender spot for you. And a key part of this, go ahead and you can take your left arm now. And if it's comfortable, if you're already at capacity, keep your hands relaxed. But a key component of this that I was talking about is those deep breaths. So breathing, making sure it's going all the way down to the belly and all the way back up. It's really allowing the blood to circulate. And then go ahead, you can start to play, again, only if it's appropriate. And it can change depending on how you slept. It can change depending on what time of day it is, you know. And then finding wherever you want to hang out and spend a little bit more time. And releasing it down. And then taking your left hand and kind of holding on to the edge of the skull and pulling it forward. I guess this isn't the way you hold a bowling ball. I don't know. I don't. I guess the image of the head as the bowling ball is the interesting part of it. I don't think you actually hold a bowling ball like clawing at it. But anyway, breathing into this spot. And again, you can start to play with this idea of moving the hand around. Low, high. And then coming back up, careful, careful, and releasing it. And then just allowing yourself to just kind of be here for a moment. Allow the eyes to close. And noticing if maybe that was enough to kind of find some length on both sides. And then from here, interlace the hands behind the back of the head. And then let the elbows fall forward. Now keep your torso upright and just drop the chin in towards the chest. So you're getting a lot of extension through the back of the neck, which means flexion in the front of the neck, right? So we're lengthening the vertebra in the back, while the vertebra, the front of the vertebra, right, are kind of coming together to make that happen. And I'm here for about 30 seconds. Right, so just that little extra bit of pressure here after we warmed up is going to help release it. And then from here, bringing it up, you can now keep your sit bones plugged in, open the arms, and that might be a lot right there, right? Pull the belly button in and then just let the head drop back. Careful here that the drop is from the upper back as opposed to the neck or the lower back. So the thoracic spine, which is the bit that's kind of right at the shoulders or below the shoulders, you want to press that open to open the chest. And if you wanted to make this restorative, you could use something behind you, right? Like your Swiss ball at your desk ball that you sit at, if you have one. It seems that everyone who started the home office grabbed one and was just like, oof, I don't know what else to do with this. You could do it with a bolster lying down and just letting your head release back, right? But if you're just resetting at the desk and you don't feel like making a big to-do about anything, you can certainly just do this. And then from here, coming back through center and releasing the arms down. Good. And then go ahead, let your eyes close and just kind of notice if the neck feels a little longer, if you feel a little bit of that tension release. You bring the shoulders up to the ears, take an inhale, 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 and then